Good morning, it's Barbara. It's actually warmer out there than I expected it to be today, so it was supposed to be pretty chilly, and it's not so bad. Interesting. Dennis is making his fancy glaze. I have you behind poinsettias. It's very artistic. And you have heard about this glaze before if you've been around for quite some time, but I don't know. It's been a long time since you made this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but this poinsettia is done. It did not survive my incarceration. Oh, good morning. It's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It wasn't actually incarceration. It felt a little bit like a vacation, I'll tell you the truth. You know, room service, friends on Zoom, knitting, reading. That was like a vacation, tell you the truth, except, you know, the sick part. Okay, so unless a miracle happens, and you have seen my poinsettias and my granddaughters in the intro to this, my computer is still not working. Dennis was puttering around with it yesterday and doing this and trying that. You know, that's what he used to do back in the day. And I thought actually had some high hopes that he had made some headway, but maybe not. So I am assuming that I won't be able to edit this. So anyway, happy Advent Day 11. Happy Vlogmas. Cheers. Good morning. I finished what I was planning on doing. This is my hat. Isn't it look gorgeous? So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I'm 2 behind. 9 welts. When I get to 11 welts, Verena says I need to look at the pattern. I think that's when I change needles, because I go up. I mean, this is 2.5. And I go up to a 4. It's so interesting. So this is 3 millimeters, and I don't know what a 4 is. You guys know what a 4 is, those of you who deal in metric. Anyway, so this was the Jolene. This is the Jolene from Polka Dot Creek. Polka Dot Creek. For the whole time before, I was saying polka dot, and then I realized it's Polka Dot Creek. Polka Dot Creek yarns. It's very pretty. This is the Jolene. And so I have 2 more to go before I get to the 11, where I have to change my needle. And we shall see. I don't have many candidates at this point, although I think this other Polka Dot Creek that I got in my greens collection would work very well. Very well here, because this is yellow. It's showing up in the shadow a little bit green, but it's yellow. So I think it's hard to show this so that it looks good at the camera and not for me. So I think that would work together, plus the backwards thing. But I'm going to see what I get today before I make any decisions. Now, I've decided to go and open day 11 of the Botanical Yarn just to see where they're headed. And it might be something I want to do. But first I'm going to open Megan's. I will say I am expecting at least 1 more blue. Have I seen that Yak's blue yet? Ooh, this is sparkle. I've seen sparkle blue. This may be a new color. Yay! Hold the phone, gang. Hold the phone. That's the next color. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's the next color. Bing, 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 bing. We have a winner. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. This is such a pretty color. It's a little more, a deeper wine color than it's showing up. It's showing up slightly brighter than it is. There you go. There you go. Oh my gosh, perfect, perfect. Oh, and I don't have to wind it. There you go. That's next. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Megan. That is so beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Dennis agrees. And day 11, I have more ornaments to make. Unless this is, oh, I don't. How cute. I'm doing my tree today. How cute with ice skates on. Oh, adorable. Adorable. Thank you, my dear. Going on the tree. You know, we're hanging out today at home. We're not shopping or doing anything like that. And I'm going to decorate. The house is feeling really, really messy and grungy. And I was supposed to have the cleaners today. But I canceled them because I was sick. I didn't want them to get sick. And the house is, you know, slightly disastrous, and I wasn't going to have the energy to get it in order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate. Now, I am not going to decorate as much as I have been in the past. I'm going to leave some things out, and so cute. But I am going to do the tree. I will be moving this poinsettia that's here so that you can see, and I changed my angle a little bit, and you'll be able to see my tree in front of that window. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to do that today, puttering around. Oh, I started to tell you. So Dennis is making this amazing glaze that he's made before, and I've talked about it on my channel before. But it's been quite a while, and some of you are new. Welcome to my new subscribers. And if you have any questions, I kind of talk on this channel like I assume that everybody who comes here has been coming for a while. So if I talk about somebody and you don't know who they are, or refer to something and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, ask me. I'm happy to talk. I'm a talker. Apparently that's genetic too. I was watching Christy's vlog. Christy is my daughter, and her floss, she has a floss tube, and her floss, yesterday she was talking about how she's a talker. She's Christy's Corner, KRISTICORNER, floss tube on YouTube, and she's doing a flossmas. And she said, you know, I thought I was going to have these were going to be 5 minutes, but, you know, I'm a talker. And I'm thinking, and she, 2 times during the Zoom call, because she was there, she said something about, it's genetic, making some crack about something. It's genetic. And some things are genetic, and maybe being a talker is too. Because I'm at 8 minutes already. So anyway, if there's anything that I'm talking about and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, just ask. So this glaze, it's a beef glaze. You start with a quart of beef stock and a bottle of red wine. Now, a quart of beef stock is about 1 liter, and a bottle in the United States, a normal bottle of wine is a 750 milliliter. So the liquids that you start out with to make this glaze are 1.75 liters. So picture that in your mind. And then you cook down onions forever, and then you do this and you do that, and you cook it and you reduce it and you boil it and you do this and do that and do that. And when you're done, you have absolutely the most amazing glaze for beef, and you brush it on. But you started with 1.75 liters of liquid, and the yield on the glaze is literally 100 ml, a third of a cup. That is no exaggeration. That is fact. It reduces so far. It is amazing, and you just brush it on because it's so packed with flavor. So Dennis started making it yesterday, so the house smelled so delicious all day. He's finishing the glaze today and making a pot roast, kind of a roast, and we will be having beef and glaze for dinner tonight. And it's gonna be so good, and he's gonna make the house smell so delicious again. All right, talk. I just don't think I have the energy to figure out how to give the dogs their treats on camera, so I'm not gonna do that. They get enough treats. You're gonna hear Pearl. Maybe not. She just grabbed a toy and ran in the kitchen to be with Dennis. All right, Botanical Yarns. I skipped a few days because I was trying to get away from the green. That didn't help, as you all witnessed. So maybe after the purple will be green, and it'll work. Oh, Megan, I'm so excited about the purple. Thank you. All right, day 11. Not green. It is blue. It is actually showing up very true. Pretty true on camera, which is interesting. Some colors do and some colors don't. So there you go. Not green. So this is a pretty color, and this will work great on my hat, and it would even work great next after the purple, don't you think? Just to, because yeah, I think that's where we're going. And so the purple will be 10 and this will be 11, and I will be caught up with my hat. I have to go get the directions for the hat. The pattern is upstairs from when I was in quarantine, and I think the only thing that I do is put in a bigger needle, but I'm not sure. All right, I'm filling up my glass bowl very nicely. I think everything is in there except for the two from today. And the ones that are not Megan's and are wound are the ones that I've put in my hat. Megan's came wound. So there you go. Yeah. So at least it's a bright sunny day. I'm going to be working on straightening up around here. I finished my cards, and I finished my Christmas cards. They're simple, but I think nice. And we're going to scan them and print them, and I did one for the kids. My Aura, my mother-in-law, who lives with me, and her son Dennis, was to send a Christmas card to each of the great-grandchildren with a $20 bill in it. So I thought they would like the no man. So anyway, that's it. We're going to have a quiet, puttery day today. There's Pearl trying to get Dennis to play with her in the kitchen. And it works. He grabs at her snake. These are the snakes that David Dogdeer sent the dogs years ago, and they're still their favorite. I just can see her back end. Oh, she doesn't have the snake. What does she have? The koala? Oh, she has the koala. Well, you can see our house. Dog beds, dog blankies. This is Blanky right here. I don't know. There you go, right there, Blanky. And dog toys all over. It's just like, when you have a 3-year-old. It always worked well when you have, when I had toddlers, all you had to do was throw all those toys back in the toy bin, and suddenly the house was clean. You didn't have to do anything else. That's the kind of housekeeper I am, All right, so we will take our girls. We'll take them for a walk today. That's the only thing we're going to do out of the house today. And the yard is we had some rain. We haven't had water in our basement. We haven't had water in our basement since we fixed the leak in the sewer pipe. That was the problem. I have to wonder how long that pipe was leaking. The pipe going out of the house, and it was going to the septic tank, but it didn't seem like sewage. I don't know how this works, but it was leaking inside the basement wall, but inside the concrete bricks. Cinder block, thank you. I knew it. Words. Cinder block. And it was leaking into the cinder block, so it was filling the inside of our basement wall with water. And, you know, those cinder blocks are permeable. So it very likely was leaking outside. And so the ground outside our basement was soaking wet, and the wall was full of water. So every time we got any kind of a little bit of rain, we would get water in our basement. And we've been trying to fix this for years. So I suspect that crack had been there a long time. They fixed that crack, and we have not had water in the basement since. Hallelujah. Anyway, that's so much fun. That's so much fun. I get my fun in a lot of places these days. And believe me, not having water in the basement is fun. But anyway, so we had a big rain yesterday, not as big as some of you had. We did not get as much as we expected, but it was a big storm, and it was a big change in temperature, but not as big as we expected. So I woke up today and got the coffee and tea. Poor Dennis, he'd been doing room service for days. So I brought him his tea, and the deck was slick covered with ice. Luckily, I don't have to go out there to do anything. But it was really cold last night, and it had rained, so it, you know, a very thin layer of ice, but that's gone now. So I don't know what today will bring, but we will find out. Anyway, meanwhile, this is not going to be edited, so I'm just gonna throw it up there, kids. Happy Advent, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. I hope happy you guys. I hope everybody's on the mend. Please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane.